Om Sri Sai Ram. Dear listeners, now we will look at the salient points in Chapter 5 of Vidya Vahini, written by Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The chapter is titled, The Genuine Nature of Man. 4 salient points have been selected from Chapter 5. Point 1. The principle sought through spiritual education lies beyond the field of the senses. Now, let us listen to what Bhagavan writes. Education must determine and delve into the nature and characteristics of spiritual search for the absolute or the overself, the highest Atma, or Paramatma. It must prove its true character by manifesting as a spring of morality, laying down axioms of virtue. Vidya is its own visible proof. It is the root of faith in every faith. It prepares the mind of man to appreciate and adhere to the faith and to direct man's living along that course. This has been named philosophy. In the West, education deals more with concepts and conjectures. In the East, education deals more with truth and totality. The principle sought by spiritual education is beyond the field of the senses. Man is a triune composite of body, mind, and Atma. As a consequence, man has 3 natures in his makeup. 1. A low animal nature. 2. A human nature, replete with worldly knowledge and skill. And 3. The genuine nature of man, namely the divine Atmic nature. Becoming aware of this 3rd nature and establishing oneself in it. This is spiritual education, or Vidya. Point 2. One must be able to discern the difference between one good thing and another that appears to be better. Now, let us listen to what Bhagavan writes. One must be able to judge the difference between one good thing and another that seems to us to be better. If one cannot do so, one will hold on to the first thing that seems good and discard the rest. It must be understood that the better is not harmful to the good. Just as unrighteousness prods one to cultivate righteousness, troubles induce one to manifest compassion and charity. Suffering is the inevitable seed of compassion. If there were no wrong and no suffering, one would have become either stalk or stone. One who has no capacity to weigh and to respond to the call of agony and pain is like a blind person who cannot distinguish between what is good and what is bad. People without discrimination behave in this blind manner. Point 3. The desire to know God, to love God, and to be loved by God does not bind. Now, let us listen to what Bhagavan writes. Desire breeds wishes. Wishes cause birth and death. When one is devoid of desire, one need not go through birth and death. The next birth is the result of unfulfilled desires in this life and is determined by them. Those who have no trace of desire for material objects can achieve the awareness of the Atmic reality. In fact, the desire to know God, to love God, and to be loved by God does not bind. When awareness of God dawns in all its splendor, every world, sensual desire is reduced to ashes in the flames of that awareness. The individual self will turn toward the universal self as soon as desire comes to an end and the self delights in supreme peace or paramasanti. The self must break off all contact with non-self so that it can earn immortality. When the yearning for life ends, there is no more birth. Death involves certain developments that weaken and extinguish life. It does not affect the Atma, which has no death and cannot be destroyed. Therefore, one should not fear death. Death is but another stage of life. However long one suffers from illness or however severe the injury, death can happen only when time signals the right moment. When the yearning for living ends, there can be no more birth. Om Sri Sai Ram. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video. Chapter 6.